Might the quiet solitude of your daily bathroom rituals, performed with dutiful intention, unknowingly contribute to a subtle imbalance in your body's natural harmony? An imbalance that can sometimes manifest in ways that concern us as we age. Many senior women seek to maintain a sense of freshness and purity, yet may overlook how certain commonplace habits can gently disrupt the delicate ecosystem of their being. Please stay with me for the insights we will explore regarding 8 specific bathroom practices, and especially the final understanding of holistic self-care, offered with deep respect and the intention to empower you. This knowledge can lead to a profound sense of comfort and serene confidence. Fluid neglect. We begin our gentle reflection by considering a habit so fundamental to our inner balance, yet so often overlooked in its direct connection to our body's natural aura: the insufficient intake of pure, life-sustaining water. Our physical form, in its profound wisdom, relies on adequate hydration, not merely for basic survival, but for the harmonious functioning of all its intricate processes, including the subtle ways it communicates its internal state through the skin and breath. For senior women, whose bodies may naturally experience shifts in fluid regulation or whose thirst signals might become less pronounced, maintaining optimal hydration through the conscious, regular consumption of water is paramount. When we do not provide our systems with enough fluid, the body's natural waste products, normally diluted and gently flushed away, can become more concentrated. This concentration can then subtly alter the natural scent of our perspiration and even our breath, creating an imbalance that may be perceived as less than fresh. Think of a gentle stream. When its waters are abundant and flowing freely, it remains clear and pure. But if the water level drops and the flow becomes sluggish, impurities can accumulate and become more noticeable. Our bodies are much the same. Water is a great cleanser, the universal solvent that supports our kidneys in their vital work of purification, aids our digestive system in its processes, and helps to keep our skin supple and its natural barrier function intact. A well-hydrated body is better able to manage its internal environment, and this inner harmony often translates to a more balanced and neutral external presence. This is not about masking anything, but about supporting the body's innate ability to maintain its own clean, healthy state from within. The habit of infrequent sipping, or choosing other beverages over pure water throughout the day, can inadvertently contribute to the state of subtle internal concentration, a deviation from true purity. Therefore, the first and most gentle guidance offered is to cultivate a conscious relationship with water. Keep it near. Sip it regularly, even before thirst makes itself known. This simple, mindful practice is a foundational act of self-care, helping to ensure that your internal streams remain clear and vibrant, allowing your body's natural, healthy essence to express itself with grace and purity, unimpeded by the effects of unseen dehydration. Harsh cleansing. Let us now turn our awareness to a common bathroom practice, performed with the intention of achieving cleanliness, yet one that, if approached with excessive vigor or with overly harsh products, can paradoxically disrupt the delicate natural balance of the skin. This is a habit of harsh or overly frequent cleansing. Our skin is not an inert barrier, but a living, breathing organ, home to a complex and beneficial ecosystem of microorganisms known as the skin microbiome. This microbiome plays a crucial role in protecting us from pathogenic invaders and in maintaining the skin's natural pH and moisture balance. For senior women, whose skin may naturally become thinner, drier, and more sensitive with age, preserving this delicate balance is especially important. The use of strong alkaline soaps, antibacterial washes, or abrasive scrubs, particularly if used too frequently or with excessive force, can strip away not only dirt and sweat, but also the skin's protective sebum, natural oils, and these beneficial microorganisms. This disruption can lead to a state of imbalance, often referred to as dysbiosis. When the natural defenses of the skin are compromised in this way, several things can happen. The skin can become overly dry, irritated, and more susceptible to inflammation. Paradoxically, an imbalanced microbiome can also create an environment where less desirable bacteria or yeast may proliferate, potentially leading to production of volatile compounds that contribute to an uncharacteristic or less than harmonious body scent. It's akin to overweeding a garden so intensely that the beneficial soil life is harmed, making the garden less resilient and more prone to issues. The intention behind cleansing is, of course, a pure one. However, the wisdom lies in gentleness and respect for the body's innate intelligence. Choosing mild pH-balanced, fragrance-free cleansers, using lukewarm rather than very hot water, which can also strip oils, and cleansing with gentle touch rather than vigorous scrubbing are all important aspects of skin-respectful hygiene. It may also not be necessary to use soap on the entire body every single day, particularly for seniors with dry skin. Focusing on areas prone to sweat and odor, while using plain water elsewhere, can often suffice. The plea here is for a shift from a mindset of aggressive sterilization towards one of nurturing and supporting the skin's natural, healthy ecosystem. By treating our skin with gentle care, providing it with the conditions it needs to maintain its own balance, we allow it to express its inherent health in natural, subtle purity without the disruption that can inadvertently arise from well-intentioned but overly harsh cleansing habits. This harmony radiates from skin that is truly comfortable. Fabric choices. We now consider a habit that, while often decided upon outside the immediate confines of the bathroom, is intimately linked to our daily comfort and the subtle atmosphere our bodies maintain. Particularly in our senior years, the choice of fabrics worn directly against our skin, especially our undergarments and sleepwear. The materials we envelop ourselves in can have a profound impact on skin respiration, moisture management, and the microbial environment that contributes to our personal scent. Many modern fabrics, particularly synthetics such as polyester, nylon, and acrylic, while perhaps offering convenience in terms of durability or wrinkle resistance, are often not very breathable. These materials can trap heat and moisture against the skin, creating a warm, damp environment that is an ideal breeding ground for bacteria and yeasts. As these microorganisms proliferate and break down components of sweat and skin oils, they can produce volatile organic compounds that contribute to body odor. For senior women, whose skin may be more sensitive or whose bodies may experience changes in perspiration patterns due to hormonal shifts or medications, wearing non-breathable synthetic fabrics, especially in close-fitting garments, can exacerbate this issue. It's like placing a non-porous cover over a delicate plant. It cannot breathe properly, and imbalances can occur. This is not about a lack of cleanliness, but about the very environment created by the fabric itself. In contrast, natural fibers such as cotton, linen, silk, and breathable bamboo or tencel, derived from wood pulp, allow for much better air circulation and moisture wicking away from the skin. These fabrics permit the skin to breathe more effectively, helping keep it drier and cooler, thereby creating a less hospitable environment for the overgrowth of odor-causing microbes. Cotton, in particular, is often recommended for undergarments due to its softness, absorbency, and breathability. The plea here is to cultivate a conscious awareness of the fabrics that come into closest contact with your skin throughout the day and night. When selecting undergarments, nightgown, pajamas, and even everyday clothing that will be worn for extended periods, prioritize natural, breathable materials. This simple shift can make a significant difference in maintaining a fresh, comfortable, and harmonious personal atmosphere. It's a way of honoring the skin's need for gentle ventilation and supporting its natural balance. This choice, often made as we dress after our bathroom rituals or as we prepare for bed, is a subtle yet powerful act of self-care. By ensuring that our skin is enveloped in kindness through fabrics that support its health rather than inadvertently challenging it, we contribute to an overall sense of purity and well-being that radiates from within and is reflected in the body's natural balanced state, free from the encumbrance of trapped moisture and microbial overgrowth. This thoughtful selection is an act of deep respect. Moisture pockets. Our attention now turns to a very specific aspect of post-bathing hygiene that, if overlooked, can easily create hidden havens for microbial activity and contribute to imbalances in the skin's natural scent, especially for senior women. The incomplete or rushed drying of skin folds and moisture-prone areas of the body. While a thorough cleanse is important, ensuring that all areas of the skin are gently and completely dried afterward is an equally crucial step in maintaining a healthy and harmonious personal atmosphere. Our bodies, in their beautiful complexity, have many natural folds and creases under the breast, in the groin area, within the umbilicus, between the toes, and sometimes in other areas depending on individual body composition. These areas are naturally warmer and less exposed to air circulation. If moisture is allowed to remain trapped in these pockets after bathing or showering, it creates an ideal microenvironment, warm, damp, and often dark, for the proliferation of bacteria and yeast such as Candida. This microbial overgrowth can lead to skin irritation, chafing, fungal infections like intertrigo, and the production of malodorous compounds as these organisms break down sweat and skin cells. For senior women whose skin may be more fragile or prone to irritation, and whose immune responses might be less robust, paying careful attention to thorough drying in these areas is particularly vital. It's not just about toweling off the main surfaces of the body, but about taking those few extra moments to ensure every hidden fold and crease is gently patted dry. Using a soft, clean, and highly absorbent towel is important. After patting the main areas dry, pay specific, gentle attention to all skin-on-skin contact areas. Ensure the area under the breast is dry, the groin and inner thighs are thoroughly dried, and even between the toes, an area often neglected and prone to fungal issues, which can have their own distinct odor. For some, a light dusting with a plain, unscented cornstarch-based powder, avoiding talc, and ensuring no existing fungal infection is present that might be aggravated by powder. In these prone areas, after complete drying, can help to absorb any residual moisture throughout the day, though this should be done with care. The earnest plea is to transform the act of drying from a quick cursory wipe down into a mindful practice of attentive self-care. It is a moment to connect with your body, to honor its form, and to ensure that every part of it is given the gentle consideration it deserves. This careful attention to detail, this commitment to ensuring complete dryness in those often overlooked moisture pockets can significantly reduce the risk of skin irritation, infections, and the development of any uncharacteristic or unwelcome scents. It's a simple yet profound habit that supports the skin's integrity and its natural healthy balance. By eliminating these hidden damp havens, you're actively creating an environment where only your body's true, pure essence can reside, free from the disruptions caused by microbial overgrowth in unseen places. This gentle thoroughness is a deep act of nurturing, oral imbalance. We now expand our understanding of personal atmosphere to include an aspect often considered separately, yet profoundly interconnected with our overall presence, and even the subtle sense that emanates from our being, the health and harmony of our oral cavity. A daily bathroom habit that, if performed superficially or neglected in its deeper aspects, can contribute to an overall imbalance perceptible not just in breath, but systemically, is the incomplete or imbalanced approach to oral hygiene. This is particularly relevant for senior women, as age-related changes and other factors can make the oral environment more vulnerable. The mouth is a complex ecosystem, home to hundreds of species of bacteria. When this oral microbiome is in balance, it contributes to healthy gums, strong teeth, and fresh breath. However, if this balance is disrupted, perhaps due to inadequate cleaning, dry mouth xerostomia, common in seniors due to medications or aging, dietary factors, or underlying health conditions, then less desirable, odor-producing bacteria can proliferate. These bacteria can lead to bad breath halitosis, gum disease, gingivitis or periodontitis, and tooth decay. But the impact of oral imbalance can extend beyond just the mouth. Chronic oral infections or inflammation can have systemic effects, contributing to a generalized inflammatory state in the body, which, as we know, can influence overall health and even skin conditions. Furthermore, the volatile sulfur compounds produced by certain oral bacteria are not always confined to the breath. Subtle systemic absorption, or aspiration, can influence one's overall subtle scent profile. The habit of merely brushing the teeth quickly, without attending to the tongue, the spaces between teeth, and the overall health of the gums, may not be sufficient to maintain true oral harmony. For senior women, a comprehensive oral care routine performed diligently in the bathroom is crucial. This includes gentle yet thorough brushing of all tooth surfaces twice a day with a soft bristle brush and fluoride toothpaste. Crucially, it also involves cleaning between the teeth daily using dental floss, Inudel brushes, or a water flosser to remove plaque and food debris from areas the toothbrush cannot reach. Cleaning the tongue, where many odor-causing bacteria reside, with a tongue scraper or the toothbrush itself is another vital step. Addressing dry mouth is also important. Sipping water regularly, avoiding drying agents like alcohol-based mouthwashes unless specifically recommended for a therapeutic purpose short-term, and discussing persistent dry mouth with dentist or doctor are key. Regular dental checkups and professional cleanings are non-negotiable for maintaining oral health, especially as we age. The plea here is to view oral hygiene not as a superficial chore, but as a fundamental practice for supporting both localized oral health and a broader systemic balance that contributes to a fresh and harmonious personal atmosphere. By nurturing a clean, healthy, and balanced oral microbiome through diligent and comprehensive daily bathroom habits, senior women can significantly reduce the risk of oral malodor and also support their overall well-being, ensuring that their breath and their very presence convey a sense of inner purity and vibrant health. This deep oral care is an integral part of holistic self-respect. Scent masking. Let us now consider a bathroom habit that, while often employed with the intention of enhancing one's personal scent or managing perceived odor, can inadvertently create a disharmonious or even overwhelming effect if not approached with great discernment, especially for senior women, whose sense of smell or skin sensitivity may have changed. The habit of indiscriminate or excessive use of strongly scented perfumes, cologne, or body sprays, often as a means of scent masking. While a beautiful, subtly chosen fragrance can be an uplifting and graceful personal signature, the practice of applying strong or multiple layers of synthetic fragrances, particularly if it's an attempt to cover up an underlying imbalance or odor rather than addressing its root cause, can be counterproductive. The delicate, natural scent of a healthy body is often subtle and clean. When this is overlaid with powerful artificial aromas, the result could be a clashing, confusing, or even unpleasantly pungent olfactory experience for those nearby, even if the wearer themselves may not perceive it as strongly, due to olfactory adaptation or a diminished sense of smell. For senior women whose skin can become more sensitive with age, many synthetic fragrances and the chemical fixatives used in perfumes can also be irritants, leading to skin reactions such as redness, itching, or dermatitis. Furthermore, some individuals are highly sensitive to strong perfumes, both the wearer and those around them, experiencing headaches, respiratory discomfort, or allergic reactions. The cloud of a potent perfume can be perceived as invasive rather than inviting. The plea here is for a shift in perspective. Rather than focusing on masking or overpowering, the aim should be to cultivate the body's own natural, healthy freshness from within, through the holistic practices we've been discussing: proper hydration, gentle and thorough cleansing, appropriate fabric choices, complete drying, and balanced oral care. When the body is in a state of true inner and outer harmony, it naturally exudes a clean, subtle, and pleasant aura that requires little to no artificial enhancement. If fragrance is desired, the wisdom lies in choosing with extreme subtlety and awareness. Opt for lighter, natural EDCs, eau de cologne, or natural essential oil-based scents that are known to be gentle on the skin, and apply them very sparingly to pulse points, not liberally sprayed all over clothing or the body. Consider whether the scent harmonizes with your own natural essence, rather than try and completely obscure it. Sometimes the cleanest and most appealing fragrance is simply the absence of any strong or artificial smell, just a pure, subtle scent of a healthy, well-cared-for individual. This habit of reflective and minimal scent application, prioritizing the body's innate freshness, is an expression of deep self-respect and consideration for others. It moves beyond a desire to simply smell good according to external standards toward a more profound aim of embodying a natural, balanced, and unobtrusively pleasant presence, a hallmark of true elegance and inner poise. Towel carelessness. Our exploration of bathroom habits that can influence a senior woman's personal atmosphere now leads us to an often overlooked, yet surprisingly impactful practice: the care and use of bath towels. Towel carelessness. A habit of towel carelessness. Specifically, reusing towels that are not completely dry or storing them in a damp, poorly ventilated bathroom where they cannot dry thoroughly between uses, can inadvertently contribute to a subtle mustiness that can transfer to skin even after a cleansing bath or shower. Towels, by their very nature, absorb moisture from our bodies. If a towel is then left crumpled in a heap, hung in a steamy bathroom with poor air circulation, or reused multiple times without being allowed to dry completely, it becomes an ideal breeding ground for bacteria, mold, and mildew. These microorganisms thrive in warm, damp, organic environments. As they proliferate on the towel, they can produce volatile organic compounds that create that characteristic musty or stale odor. When a senior woman then uses such a towel to dry her clean skin, some of these microbes and their odorous byproducts can be transferred back onto her body. This can subtly undermine the feeling of freshness achieved from bathing and contribute to a lingering low-level musty scent on the skin or clothing, even if her personal hygiene is otherwise impeccable. This is often an unconscious transfer, where the source of the subtle imbalance is not the body itself, but the very tool used for drying. For individuals with sensitive skin or compromised immune systems, which can sometimes be the case for seniors, using a microbladed towel could also potentially contribute to minor skin irritations or even infections, though this is less common with general mustiness. The plea here is for mindful towel hygiene. Ideally, towels should be hung in a well-ventilated area where they can dry completely and rapidly between uses. Using a fresh, clean towel frequently, perhaps every other day, or even daily if one prefers and laundry allows, is a good practice. Ensure that the bathroom itself has adequate ventilation, using an exhaust fan during and after showers or baths to reduce overall humidity and help towels dry more effectively. Never leave wet towels bunched up on the floor or in a hamper for extended periods. When laundering towels, use an appropriate amount of detergent and ensure they are thoroughly dried, either in a dryer or on a line in fresh air and sunshine, which has natural sanitizing properties, before being stored. This seemingly small habit of mindful towel care is a subtle yet significant component of maintaining a truly fresh and harmonious personal atmosphere. It ensures that the act of drying the body after cleansing truly completes the purification process rather than inadvertently reintroducing undesirable microbial elements. By ensuring your towels are as clean and fresh as your newly bathed skin, you support the body's natural purity and contribute to an overall sense of pristine well-being. This diligence is a quiet act of refinement, foot neglect. Our final point of gentle consideration in maintaining a harmonious personal atmosphere focuses on a part of the body often hidden from view, yet one whose health and hygiene, managed within our bathroom rituals, can subtly influence our overall presence. Our feet. The habit of foot neglect, failing to give them thorough cleansing, careful drying, especially between the toes, and appropriate care, can lead to common issues like foot odor or fungal infections. Even if localized, these can sometimes contribute to a less than fresh overall impression, particularly for seniors who may have reduced mobility or changes in foot health. Our feet, in clothes and shoes for much of the day, are prone to perspiration. The warm, moist environment inside shoes can be an ideal breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. If daily foot hygiene is cursory, these microorganisms can flourish, breaking down sweat and dead skin cells to produce the characteristic and often strong odor associated with smelly feet, bromidrosis. Fungal infections, such as athlete's foot, tinea pedis, can also develop, leading to itching, scaling, and their own distinct smell. For senior women, several factors can make diligent foot care even more important, yet sometimes more challenging. Reduced flexibility or mobility might make it harder to reach the feet for thorough washing and drying. Age-related changes in skin texture or circulation can make the feet more vulnerable to infections or slow healing. Conditions like diabetes can impair sensation of the feet and increase infection risk, making meticulous hygiene absolutely critical. While foot odor might seem confined to the feet, strong odors can sometimes permeate socks and shoes and subtly diffuse, impacting one's overall personal space. The plea is for seniors to elevate their daily foot care from an afterthought to a mindful ritual within their bathroom routine. This includes thoroughly washing the feet each day with mild soap and water, paying particular attention to the spaces between the toes. After washing, it is absolutely crucial to dry the feet completely, especially between the toes, using a soft, clean towel. Applying a fresh pair of clean socks made from breathable, moisture-wicking material like cotton or specific technical fibers each day is also essential. Allowing shoes to air out completely between wearings and rotating different pairs of shoes can help prevent the buildup of moisture and odor within them. If excessive foot perspiration is an issue, specific foot powders or antiperspirants designed for feet might be considered with care. Addressing any signs of fungal infection promptly with appropriate topical treatments is also important. For seniors who have difficulty caring for their own feet, seeking assistance from a family member, caregiver, or a podiatrist for regular foot care, including toenail trimming, is a wise and necessary step. By giving consistent, careful attention to the hygiene and health of their feet. Senior women can prevent common odor issues and infections, ensuring that this foundational part of their body contributes to, rather than detracts from, their overall sense of cleanliness and harmonious well-being. This diligent care of our roots supports the freshness of the entire being. Conclusion: the journey towards maintaining a serene and harmonious personal atmosphere in our senior years is paved with gentle awareness and mindful self-care. It is not about harsh measures or a fearful preoccupation, but about understanding the body's delicate balances and supporting its innate wisdom through simple, conscious daily habits performed with respect and love. By nurturing our internal hydration, cleansing our skin with gentleness, choosing breathable fabrics, ensuring thorough drying, tending to our oral and foot hygiene with care, using scents with discernment, and keeping our personal linens fresh, we honor the sanctity of our physical being. May these gentle reminders empower you to cultivate an environment, both within and around you, that reflects the pure natural grace and quiet confidence that are hallmarks of true ageless elegance. This is such a beautifully and respectfully handled approach to a very delicate topic. The focus on inner harmony and addressing root causes rather than masking scent really reframes the conversation, from simple hygiene to holistic well-being. Many senior women might be using products or have habits they believe are helping, without realizing these subtle downsides. Which of these 8 habits, perhaps harsh cleansing or towel carelessness, do you think is most commonly overlooked yet could make a significant difference for senior women seeking that natural, harmonious freshness? Sharing which point resonated most could be very insightful for others.